Well, to try and put this into perspective, a few moments ago I spoke to Andrew Teacher from the British Property Federation. He's at the Labour Party conference in Manchester. I asked him if things could get any worse, given that brick companies are now giving up production.
It's not a positive piece of news, but I think I'm afraid to say that things are only going to continue to get worse whilst the government ploughs on with ill-thought-out stealth taxes such as its raid on empty properties. And by that I mean from April this year, any owner or business occupying an empty commercial property has to now pay full business rates on it. And what we're seeing is this is driving businesses out of business. It's seeing regeneration schemes killed off, and it's really deterring new investment from coming forward. And as part of this whole campaign, we've actually seen a Commons motion being laid against empty rates, which we'd like to see a lot more MPs from the North West sign up to.
And can you give us an overview of how the housing market looks across the North West, from a buyer's perspective, I guess?
I guess from a buyer's perspective, over the last few years, we've had a lot of development. We've had a lot of new flats being built, but I think it wouldn't be really wrong to say it's the wrong kind of properties that have been built up here. We actually probably have much greater demand for family housing and for 2 or 3 bedroom homes, and what we actually have instead is lots of flats, and I think really the result of that really is a massive amount of oversupply in the wrong areas and undersupply in the right ones. So we're now going to be seeing a correction really on prices, but as a result of that, there's not going to be quite as much development going forward over the next year or so.
Is there any good news to report at all?
Well, we're seeing signs that the government is actually starting to wake up to the fact that ownership for everybody might not be the right solution. One of the key things the British Property Federation has been promoting is a branded rental sector that actually mirrors the way the German or Dutch markets work, where rental is not stigmatised quite as much and there's a much greater supply of private rented properties. So that would be one thing we'd like to see going forward. But also we really need to see the abolition of empty property rates if the government is committed to putting forward new regeneration schemes and spurring on development that we really need as part of really making communities work for the future.
Andrew Teacher, many thanks for joining us. And later on in the programme we'll have another property story. We'll be reporting on the